Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this practical task 1, I will perform for the link aggregation. So we go to the rubric, and first one is design and build the network or network diagram and addressing table and VLAN table. Okay, so as you can see, this is my network diagram for logical diagram, and as you can see, we have one network here and one network here. So I have two network, and other than that, we have three PC for VLAN 30, VLAN 30, and VLAN 30. Other than that, we have three switch, and we also configure for inter VLAN, which is for the G0/1.30 and G0/1.99. Okay, so we go to the physical diagram. Okay, so as you can see, corporate office and 4 PC, and now here one router here, R4R1, and switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. Okay, as you can see, this is the interface for link aggregation. Okay, so you can see link aggregation here. Okay, for PAGP, and this one, sorry, is LCAP. Sorry, this one is LACP. Okay, so you can see LACP. Alright, so this is my IP addressing table. So as you can see, for R1, we have the inter VLAN, and for the switch we use interface VLAN 99. Then for VLAN, for PC we use the VLAN 30. Okay, so this is the VLAN table. So as you can see, VLAN 30 name stuff, then the interface for VLAN 30. Then for the VLAN 99 is management, for interface VLAN 99. Okay, so now we go to the part 2. Okay, let's see the part 2, configure basic configuration. Okay, so student able to configure complete basic command with DHCP, secure remote access, and switch virtual interface. So we go to the packet tracer. So we open the switch 1. So as you can see, okay, I have configured for panel MOTD for unauthorized access to this device is prohibited. Okay, so as you can see, this one is console password. So is Cisco, then the enable password class, right? So I want to show for, I also configure for no IP domain lookup. So no IP domain lookup is tell the router to stop interacting with any DNS server entirely. Okay, so for example, I press the invalid command, so it will enable to find the computer address. So I show the different section if I don't configure for no IP domain lookup. So as you can see, so if okay, so as you can see, if I no configure for no IP domain lookup, it will be like this, translating the invalid command domain server 255.255.255. So we don't want to be like this, so we should configure for no IP domain lookup. Okay, so next, okay, we also configure for the host name and show run. So for the password service encryption. Okay, so then other than that, I want to show for the router. So as you can see, for the router also configure for MOTD banner, then password, console password, then the enable password, Cisco. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Cisco plus. Alright. So the enable password is plus. Then for the router also configure for hostname. Then other than that, I want to show for show run. So as you can see, for router also configure for no for password serving encryption, and the router also configure for no IP domain lookup. So it be like unable to find the computer address. Okay, so as you can see here, we also configure for login synchronize, and the password, the console password, and the enable password as well. Then other than that, I want to show for the interface brief. Show IP interface brief. Sorry, interface brief. Okay, so as you can see, for G0/0/0 is the network for PCA here. Then for G0/1.30 is for the network for link aggregation. Then G0/1.99 is for interface VLAN 99. Okay, so we go to the rubric. So as you can see, we done for basic command. Now we want to show for the DHCP and the securing access and switch virtual interface. So first we go to the DHCP first, then we use show IP DHCP pool. So as you can see, for for R1 have two pool, which is the network for 10.135.30.1 is for link aggregation network, and 10.135.30.65 is for the PCA network, for this network. Okay, so we try to get the IP using DHCP. Okay, so as you can see, it's successful. Okay, so for the 10.135.30.0 network device can get the IP using DHCP. Now I want to show for the switch virtual interface first. Okay, so we open the packet tracer. Okay, so we use show interface brief. So we use show IP interface brief. Okay, so as you can see, for the VLAN 99, we have configure for 10.135.99.130 is for the SVI. Okay, so for the switch 2 as well. Alright, VLAN 99. Okay, and switch 3 as well for SVI. Okay, now I want to show for the VLAN. Okay, as you can see for the VLAN 30, so we open the switch. Okay, we show VLAN. So as you can see, for the VLAN 30 name stuff for port F0/10. So F0/10 is this cable. It's linked to PCB. Okay, then we also have the VLAN 99 for the management. Okay, so other than that, I will use the command show run. So as you can see, for the F0/5, F0/6, and F0/1 and F0/2 is linked to the other switch. So as you can see, I have configured for switch port mode trunk, okay, and switch port trunk native VLAN 99. Okay, so now we go to the secure remote access. Okay, so we go to the packet tracer, then we go to the switch one, then we use show IP SSH. Okay, so as you can see, for the switch, I have configured for SSH, which is SSH enable version 2. Then we go to the router. So as you can see, show IP SSH. Okay, SSH enable and version 2. Now we're using PCA to remote the switch and the router. Then we're using PCA. First we IP config, then we ping the gateway. Okay, so from PC1 ping the gateway is successful. Now we ping for the router. No, we remove the router. So we're using SSH option L, username admin, then the router gateway 10.135.30.65. So as you can see, it's successful. Then password. Okay, so R1. Then now we remote for the switch. First we ping the SVI IP. So I want to remote for the switch one. 10.135.99.130. So as you can see, the connectivity is successful. Okay, so now I want to remote SSH option L admin, then the IP for switch one. So as you can see, it's successful. Then now we try to remote for the switch 2. The switch 2 IP is 99.131. So as you can see, the connectivity is successful. Now we use SSH. We use SSH. Okay, then we give a password admin. Okay, so it's successful. Now we try to SSH for the switch 3. So the switch 3 IP is 132. So admin. So switch 3 is already successful for SSH. So now we done for the basic command and the DHCP, the secure remote access, the VLAN, and switch feature interface. Now I want to show for the configure and verify for PAGP and LCAP. Okay, so we go to the packet tracer. Okay, so now I want to verify for the LCAP and PAGP. So we go to the switch one. Then we're using show at the channel port channel. Okay, so as you can see, now I open the interface first. Okay, this one. Okay, so as you can see, the switch 1 and switch 2 link aggregation is on the port channel 1 for PAGP. Then we go to the switch 1, we verify it. Okay, so as you can see, port channel 1, then PAGP, then the F0/2 and F0/1 is active. I assign as active. Then we go to the port channel 3, which is this one, the switch 1 between switch 3. Okay, alright, then go here. So as you can see, port 3, then LCAP, then the EC state is I assign as active for F0/6, F0/5. Then we can also show from switch 2. Okay, using command show at channel port channel. So as you can see here, so you can see port channel 1, F0/2, F0/1 I assign as automatic. Then PAGP, then for the port channel 2 is this switch 2 between the switch 3. So as you can see, the protocol is PAGP, and for the port F0/4, F0/3 is this one, is this port. I assign as automatic for PAGP. Okay, then we open for the switch 3. Let's go. Show at the channel port channel. So as you can see, port channel 2 and port channel 3. Okay, port channel 2 is switch 2 between switch 3, PAGP, and F0/4, F0/6, then assign as passive. Okay, so port channel 3 is LCAP, then assign as passive, port 3 for LCAP. Then okay, so we go to the switch 1 and we can using show interface shrunk. So as you can see, the port channel 1 and port channel 3 have the status is trunking. I already verified for the PAGP and LCAP. Now I want to go to the part 4, which is the test configuration. I already show for the basic configuration and link aggregation as well. Then now I want to show for the communicate with workstation. Okay, so we using the PCA. Okay, using the PCA, then we ping PCC, PCB, and PCT. So as usual, IP config config. Sorry. Okay, IP config. Then we ping the gateway. So as you can see, successful. Then we go to the PCC. We're using IP config. Then we copy the IP. Ping. We are. Okay, we go to the PCB first. Okay, copy. So as you can see, from PCA to PCC is successful. Now I want to ping the PCB. Okay, so as you can see, successful as well. Okay, right, then we go to the PCD. IP config. Then we copy the IP. We ping from PCA. So as you can see, all the connectivity is successful. Okay, all connectivity is successful from PCA to PCB, PCA to PC, PCA to PCD. Okay, so all the connectivity is successful. Okay, so I think this just for me. So thank you and bye bye.